Why childhood friendships feel special. Have you ever bumped into a childhood friend after many years and felt as if no time had passed? Maybe you laughed about old memories, remembered adventures you had forgotten, or instantly felt a sense of comfort that is hard to explain. What makes childhood friendships so unique? Why do these relationships often stay in our hearts for decades, even if life takes us in different directions? The truth is that childhood friendships are more than shared memories. They help shape our personalities, teach us valuable social skills, and remind us of who we were before responsibilities, careers, and adult pressures entered our lives. But before we start the video, I have something very important to tell you. Hello my dear friends. Welcome to my channel SOS Relationships. Here you will to feel much better, because in this place, we are not just going to talk about romantic relationships. We are also talk about several types of relationships, for example, family relationships, whether maternal, paternal, fraternal, friendship relationships, or otherwise. This channel is your place, our place, and here you will have the real opportunity to be able to make your life much happier. And then, what are you waiting for? Come here and join us in our little corner. In today's video, we'll explore why childhood friendships feel so special, how they influence our emotional well-being, why some last forever while others fade away, and what we can learn from these precious connections to build healthier relationships throughout our lives. Let's get started. Chapter 1. Childhood is the foundation of our relationships. Childhood is one of the most important stages of human development. During these early years, we are learning how to communicate, trust, cooperate, solve conflicts, and express emotions. Our first friendships become our first lessons about relationships outside our family. When children play together, they aren't just having fun, they're learning teamwork. They're discovering empathy, they're practicing forgiveness, they're understanding boundaries. Without realizing it, they're building emotional skills that often stay with them for life. Because these friendships happen during such an important stage of development, they leave lasting emotional impressions. That's one reason they feel unforgettable. Chapter 2. They knew us before we tried to impress anyone. As adults, many people feel pressure to present the best version of themselves. We worry about careers, success, appearance, status, social media, first impressions. But childhood friendships usually began before any of those concerns existed. Children rarely become friends because of money, popularity, or achievements. They become friends because they enjoy playing together. They laugh together. They imagine together. They're simply themselves. This authenticity creates a bond that's incredibly pure. Your childhood friends often knew the real you before you learned to hide your insecurities or wear emotional masks. That's why reconnecting with them can feel so refreshing. Chapter 3. Shared adventures create lifelong memories. Think back to your childhood. Perhaps you built forts, played games outside until sunset, rode bicycles through the neighborhood, created imaginary worlds, celebrated birthdays together, faced small challenges side by side. These experiences may seem ordinary today, but emotionally, they become extraordinary because they were experienced during years when everything felt new. Psychologists often explain that emotionally significant experiences during childhood become deeply stored in memory. The people connected to those moments become part of those treasured memories. That's why hearing an old song, visiting an old neighborhood, or seeing an old photograph can instantly remind you of childhood friends. Those memories are connected. Chapter 4. Childhood friendships teach trust. Trust doesn't appear overnight, it's built through consistency. When children spend years together, they naturally learn reliability, keeping promises, sharing toys, helping each other, standing together during difficult moments. These small acts become the first building blocks of trust. As adults, we continue searching for relationships where we feel accepted without constantly proving ourselves. Childhood friendships often provided exactly that feeling, being accepted simply for who you were. That emotional safety is something many people spend years trying to find again. Chapter 5. Why some childhood friendships fade away. Not every childhood friendship lasts forever. Life changes, people move, schools change, careers begin, families grow, priorities shift. Sometimes distance slowly replaces daily conversations. Other times, People simply grow into different versions of themselves. And that's okay. Not every meaningful relationship is meant to last forever. Some friendships serve an important purpose during a particular season of life. Rather than feeling sad because they ended, we can appreciate the lessons they gave us. Every healthy friendship contributes to who we become. Chapter 6: The Emotional Power of Nostalgia. Have you ever noticed how childhood memories often make us smile? This feeling is called nostalgia. Nostalgia isn't simply remembering the past, it's reconnecting with emotions associated with meaningful experiences. Research suggests that nostalgia can improve mood, strengthen our sense of identity, and even reduce feelings of loneliness. When we think about childhood friendships, we are often remembering the time when life felt simpler, less pressure, more imagination, more curiosity, more spontaneous joy. Those memories remind us that happiness doesn't always come from big achievements. Sometimes it comes from simple moments shared with people we care about. Chapter 7: Childhood Friends Help Shape Our Identity. Our closest childhood friends often witnessed many of our first experiences, first victories, first failures, first fears, first dreams. Because they shared those moments, they became part of our personal story. In many ways, they remind us where we came from. Even years later, reconnecting with them can help us remember qualities we've forgotten about ourselves. Perhaps you were once adventurous, creative, curious, fearless. Sometimes adulthood causes us to lose touch with those parts of ourselves. Old friendships can remind us they're still there. Chapter 8: What adult friendships can learn from childhood. As adults, relationships often become more complicated. Busy schedules, responsibilities, stress, different priorities. But childhood friendships remind us of several timeless principles. Be genuine, listen without judging, celebrate each other's successes, offer support during difficult times, laugh often, forgive quickly, spend quality time together. Healthy friendships aren't built on perfection, they're built on trust, honesty, kindness, and mutual respect. The same qualities that made childhood friendships meaningful still create strong friendships today. Chapter 9: Keeping Meaningful Friendships Alive. If you're fortunate enough to still have a childhood friend in your life, treasure that relationship. Reach out, send a message, schedule a conversation, share memories, express gratitude. Relationships need attention to stay healthy. If you've lost contact with someone who once meant a great deal to you, consider reconnecting. Sometimes a simple message saying, "I was thinking about you today," can reopen a meaningful friendship. Even if life has changed, genuine connections often survive the passage of time. Chapter 10: Every friendship leaves a legacy. Not every childhood friend stays with us forever, but every meaningful friendship leaves something behind. A lesson, a memory, a laugh, a life skill, a moment of courage, a reminder that human connection is one of life's greatest gifts. These experiences continue shaping our relationships long after childhood ends. Every healthy friendship teaches us something valuable about kindness, empathy, forgiveness, and love, and those lessons stay with us wherever life leads. Childhood friendships feel special because they were built during one of the most important chapters of our lives. They remind us of simpler days, genuine laughter, unconditional acceptance, and the incredible power of authentic human connection. Even if some friendships have faded with time, their impact often remains forever. Perhaps today is the perfect opportunity to think about someone who once made your childhood brighter. Send them a message, reconnect if you can, or simply take a moment to appreciate the memories you shared. Because at the end of the day, life's greatest treasures aren't the things we own, they're the relationships that help shape who we become. Thank you so much for watching. If this video touched your heart, don't forget to like, subscribe to So's Relationships, and share this message with someone who still holds a special place in your childhood memories. Until next time, take care of yourself, cherish the people who matter most, and remember, true friendships may grow older, but their impact never fades.